This is the CIS 1103 week 3 computer software. In week 1 and week 2, we discussed about the computer hardware. We talked about input-output devices, CPU, cases, all this memory. Today we will talk or discuss software or programs. Okay? Software by definition is a series of related instructions organized for a common purpose or to do specific task. Okay? It will the computer which tasks to perform, how to perform them in order to get some output. Okay? You will interact with the program through the user interface. It is like when you are using Microsoft Word. It's a program, it's an application, right? There is a menu, like this interface, file, open, close, edit. Okay? There are different categories of software. We have the first one is the system software. We have two types of system software: operating system and utility programs. What is system software? System software consists of the programs that controls or maintain the operation of your computer. So they are necessary for the operation of your computer. Your computer will work if you don't have Microsoft Word, but if you don't have Windows operating system, it will not work. It will not boot up, right? Yeah. So that's the system software. They act as the interface between the user, the application software, and the computer hardware. We have two types of system software, OS and utility programs. OS, it is a set of programs containing instructions that work together to coordinate all the activities among computer hardware resources. Okay, this is all done by the system, by the operating system. So you see here your operating system here in this layer. It is interfacing between the hardware, the application, and the user. They interact with each other all through the operating system. These are examples of operating system. We have Windows, we have Mac, we have, what else? Anybody knows? Linux, yeah, good. So what are the functions of operating system? You need to know these functions and explain each one of them, okay? First one is starting and shutting down a computer. So it is responsible for booting up the computer. Booting is the process of starting or restarting your computer, okay? So each time you start or boot your computer, the operating system instructions are loaded from the storage into the RAM so that they start to be executed. So here you power on your computer, your hardware is checked, then the instructions or the operating system is loaded from the hard disk to the RAM. You know what is RAM? We talked about it last time. Random access memory. RAM is volatile or non-volatile? Volatile, because it depends on electricity. If you switch off electricity, the contents of the RAM will be deleted. Okay. ROM is non-volatile. Hard disk is non-volatile. SD cards are non-volatile. Okay. So another function of OS, it provides user interface, because you interact with software through its user interface. That is, a user interface controls how you enter data and instructions and how information is displayed on the screen. We have two types of interfaces. GUI. GUI is, or GUI, graphical. Yani you have menus, it's easy to use, you know, friendly. The other one is CLI, Command Line Interface. CLI, and you have black screen and then you have to put the commands. So you have to have some more expertise in order to use the CLI. Okay. Another function is managing programs. Okay. Some operating systems, they support single user. Some operating system, they support thousands of users who are running multiple programs. Here we have some. You see here, your operating system, you have many applications running in the background. You can have Word, Excel, email running at the same time, no problem. Even some mobile applications now, mobile operating systems, they allow that. Managing memory. Also, OS will manage your memory. It optimizes the use of your RAM. RAM is very important because, as I mentioned, the program is loaded from the hard disk to the RAM and from the RAM to the processor. Okay, so the operating system will reserve or allocate or assign a portion of the RAM to store these instructions. Once the application is running or you don't need the application, it will release that portion of the RAM. And it does allocation. It will manage your memory. Okay. Any questions? It will also monitor performance because you have some logs. It will do performance monitors. It has a program that assesses and report information about all your computer resources, how much is used from your processor, your hard disk speed, your memory, is it functioning all right? We call this monitoring performance. It's like a log. Have you ever checked in your Windows? Also, it has this one. Yeah, exactly. Very good. Task Manager. You can go there and then see all the performance. Then we have providing file management also. Like in Windows, what? Explorer, File Explorer. File Explorer, it will manage your files, correct? Yes. Okay, so operating system has its own program to manage files, folders, or to search, or to view images, and to secure a computer from unauthorized access, or to install or uninstall programs, okay? Or to backup, or restore. Also, the OS will administrate security. The network administrator establishes a user account, which enables a user to access or log on. Like when you install Windows on your computer, you will need to put passwords, right? You need to program a password, you configure it, administrator and password. Or you can create more users with passwords. You can even control, like maybe every month the password should change, how complex is the password. This is all done by the OS. In the old days, when Windows, I think it was Windows 95, you install it on your computer and there is no password. You start Windows, anyone can start the computer and can start working.
Right now you can do it, but it's optional.
Yeah, there it was not optional, that was the way. Of course, now nobody accepts that, right? Types of operating systems, we have standalone operating system. So it's a complete operating system that works on one computer or desktop or server or notebook or mobile. For example, we have Windows 10, Mac OS X, Unix, and Linux. They can be standalone. We have server operating system. It is an operating system that is designed specifically to support all size of networks, medium or large, with web servers. For example, we have Windows Server 2019, Windows Server 2012. We have embedded operating system. Maybe this one is new for you. It is designed to perform specific tasks. For example, your camera, like this smart camera, the new camera, they have operating system. But this operating system is specifically made for that hardware. That's why we call it embedded operating system. Or the one in the ATM machines, they have their own operating system, ATM. Or in the washing machine, okay? Any questions? Also, we have the utility program. So we learned the operating system. Now we have the utility program. A utility program allows a user to perform maintenance type tasks, usually related to managing the computer or devices or its programs. For example, you can use utility program to transfer digital photos to an optical disc, to burn photos to a DVD, you know?
Transfer files.
Yeah, to burn them. You need a utility. Transfer, yes. Okay. And most operating systems, they have several built-in utility programs for managing disk drive, printers, and other devices. For example, search utility. Okay. Image viewer. But usually these utilities, they will give you basic function. Yani image viewer, it's not like if you are using Photoshop. Photoshop will have more specific, more options, more utilities. Okay. The application software consists of programs designed to make users more productive and or assist them with personal tasks. A widely used type of application software related to communication is a web browser, which allows users, web browser. Give me an example of web browser. Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, very good, now it's called Edge. Explorer, khalas, finished. Before Microsoft Explorer, there was also a browser, it was very famous in the 90s, even early 2000. It was called Netscape Navigator. Have you ever seen this, Netscape Navigator? Yeah, it was very famous, but now khalas. It used to, we used to buy it for $50. It was not free. Okay. Some applications like also word processor, word processing software, spreadsheet software like Excel, database, Access, presentation software like PowerPoint, okay? Microsoft Adobe. So what is customer requirements for operating system? You need to make sure that your application, if I have, let's say, an accounting application, I purchased 100,000 dirham to buy an application to run my accounts, and then I want to use an operating system like Linux. Problem is Linux is not compatible with my package, so I have to be careful, okay, before I upgrade or use or change my operating system. So compatibility and the environment. Also, you want to make sure that your hardware is capable of running the operating system. Like 2019, it requires high memory. If my server memory is very low, the hard disk size is little, I cannot run Windows Server on it, 2019. Okay, so this is another consideration. For Microsoft, they have a tool called Microsoft Compatibility Center, it can test whether your hardware is compatible with the operating system. And that's why some parts on your motherboard, they can be upgraded. Give me an example. What can you upgrade from the memory? Sorry, RAM. You can upgrade RAM, right?
Yes.
Video card. Yeah, that's graphic card. Yeah. Okay. CPU also. The processor.
Upgrade the hard drive to SSD.
Sorry?
Upgrade the hard drive to SSD.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so do you have any questions?